Thank you for coming out to Blossom tonight. I'm Mr. Kristalik. If we haven't met, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming out. There are a few seats available everywhere. So, no, thank you. If you get a little uncomfortable in the front, this padded section is really nice, right, guys? And those are the senior parents back there, they know. I'm sorry about the programs. I turned them in yesterday, and then the copy machine went down. So, if you are a scrapbooker and you need that paper copy, just send me a note, and we'll send one home with you this weekend. All right, we are going to play some music with the 6th grade band. They are ready to go. We're going to try a little bit of the Mickey Mouse March old school style, and hope you enjoy. All right, thank you so much, guys. And the routine we'll do tonight, we're going to do a couple songs from each band, and then switch. We'll try and keep you moving quick. The sixth graders will join us at the very end for our last song, and that's it. Let's hear it one more time for the sixth graders. All right, seventh graders, would you guys join us up on stage? All right, thank you guys, you heard that cue. All right, the seventh graders are ready. We're gonna play a couple songs that seem very percussion focused. We're gonna start with Guiro Hero, and the guiro, or fish, is a Latin percussion instrument that you'll hear getting scraped and played from the back. And then the second song is based on the very famous Saturday Night Live skit with Will Ferrell called More Cowbell. So we hope you enjoy the seventh graders. right, as the 7th grade heads out, let's hear it one more time. Yay, 7th grade! Come on up, 8th graders. As we switch to the 8th graders, I'll remind you we've got some concessions still up over end here on the back left. Music Club, thank you, Mrs. Teston, for helping out tonight and selling all the concessions. Support your Woodridge Music Club and take about 4 minutes, get some breaks, stand up. We'll be back with 8th grade in 2 minutes. All right, we are ready with the 8th grade. They're going to do a fun, quick piece called Up, Up, and Away in 3/4, and it'll hopefully, it's supposed to be a little bit like a fast hot air balloon ride, if there is such a thing. So here's the 8th grade band. Oh! And for their second song, you'll get to hear a little electric guitar from Marcos, and we're gonna take it full push with the actual Don't Fear the Reaper from Blue Oyster Cult. So here's Up, Up, and Away, and Don't Fear the Reaper. I know the high schoolers love them, but Marcos did a great job of that. We don't play that in the original key. Blue Oyster Cult played that in G minor. We play it, or in B minor. We play it in B flat minor. So he had to change all of the notes and relearn it in about a week and a half. So awesome job, Marcos. Thanks for playing along. We're going to transition to high school now. This might be our longest break. So is there any concessions left? A little bit, so this is your last chance. Go get some concessions. We're gonna have jazz band over here on your left in about 5 minutes. Thank you guys, we'll be right back.
All right, hello everybody. I am Mrs. Lambert. I direct the jazz band here at Woodridge High School. We're going to play 3 selections from our second semester set, starting with All of Me featuring Spencer Clark on alto saxophone. Then we will be playing Birdland, followed by their favorite, Sway.
Thank you so much, Jazz Band and Mrs. Lambert. We're going to ask the high schoolers to come on up. And I want to say thank you to Mrs. Lambert for getting the jazz band ready, but more so, she's been here, She has been here all day with me, getting the bands going today. It's been a huge help. And the last couple of weeks, we have been doing our Showtime performances, and Mrs. Lambert is a huge help with that. And also, we're a little bit sad if you didn't hear, Mrs. Lobby has decided to retire, so we had her final Showtime last weekend, and Mrs. Lambert did a ton of work for that. But we're excited that we're getting into some new stuff, and yeah, so thank you, Mrs. Lambert. Thanks to all the principals and administrators out there tonight for letting this night happen and giving time for us to do great things like this. We're going to take about 4 more minutes and come to you back with the high school band. Here we go. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging with us all night tonight. The high school band is going to start off with a song called America, the Spirit Lives On, which is a medley of about 5 patriotic tunes. We thought we'd throw one in for the 250th anniversary of the country this year, and we hope you enjoy. all of my bosses are here, so I want them all to realize this is a stage prop that Noli brought to the Blossom and not to school. We're gonna finish tonight with Pirates of the Caribbean, and I guess am Captain Jack Sparrow, so as soon as percussion's ready, we will do that. After Pirates of the Caribbean, we are going to invite the 8th graders to join us after the next song back up on stage, and then the seniors to join us in the front of the stage. And one of our traditions is tonight we play the alma mater as we say farewell to the seniors one more time. And then next Wednesday, please come back to Blossom for graduation. But and then we'll say welcome to our 8th graders as they're about to join us at the high school next year. So, percussion, are you ready? They said aye. All right, here is Pirates of the Caribbean. All right, thank you guys so much. That was a lot of fun. I think that is the loudest we have been on this stage in a long time. Good job, guys. 8th graders, would you please join us up here? And as the 8th graders are coming up, could I ask all our seniors, come on up, seniors. This year we have an awesome group of seniors. Tomorrow night we have our high school performing arts banquet, and the seniors will be talk a little bit more about them tomorrow night. But in the flute section this year we have 2 seniors. We have Lynn and William, and then seniors they can't hear in the back, sorry. And then Angela Christensen on French horn, Caleb Fouts in the percussion, Isaiah Blanton also in the jazz band and playing flute, Cameron Bates, Miguel Vasquez in the percussion, Miss Brandon Fitch down there, Cookie Monster on the end, and over here, Gavin Griffith. Did we miss any seniors? Anybody hiding back there? And Finley is grabbing her instrument so she can join us. So I always tell the seniors, and because they're sort of out of school already doing senior things, it's a little hard to focus this time of year, but they're either going to play along with us, or sing along with us, or just stand up here and sway with each other. So seniors, you choose for the alma mater what you'd like to do. All right, I think we got it. We're welcoming the 8th graders and saying thank you to our seniors. Here we go. Let's try it, man. All right, 7th and 8th graders, come on up. We're gonna play one more song with y'all. Come on up, 7th and 8th graders, and 6th graders, all the people that are out there. Let's hear it for all of our band members 6, 7, 8, and high school. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. The band members will be near the sections you saw sitting before, so real easy to find. They will need their instruments the next couple of weeks of school before we're done, because we're going to keep playing and learning new stuff. Have a wonderful summer. Maybe I'll see you at graduation. Thank you guys. Good night.